Greetings engineers and conductors, it's Mr. T-Rex here. I'm going to be showing you how to do double track, sidings, switches, and the X Junction. So without further ado, let's get into it. So the first thing we need to do is our key bindings. So I've done some here, which you can copy. And that's the key bindings that I'll be using throughout the tutorial. The first thing I'm going to do is show you how to do a double-sided and siding track that was based on the original with the crossover tracks. It is roughly the same as the original in terms of the measurements, but I can't guarantee that. So the first thing we need to do is go into our construction menu and go into the track construction. This is based off the new spline system. What we're going to do is we're going to take switch right 2, which has the lever on the left hand side while going right. And we're going to use the little middle mouse button to set our grid. If this is basically in a different direction for you, you just use the U and Y key to rotate it, because that's what I have it set to. And then what we want to do is we're going to place it down. We're going to go back into our construction menu and go 3-foot rail. We want to go to 50. Make sure that circle mode is ticked, because that turns it into a straight. And what we want to do is go to 6, place it down, choose another switch. Then we place the track down on the inner left side. It can be any length that you want. And then we delete this. And then you get the other track on the other side. Match it on the other side. Then you just connect the track to the switch. If you see this happen, you just got to rotate it. And just set the grid to 1 so you get more accurate turn radius. You have basically a double track with a siding. If you're just wanting the double track, you can just delete this rail here and the switch, and you're done. For the switch on the other side, what we're going to do is delete this track here, and we want to delete the middle track here. After they have been deleted, then you're going to go back into the construction menu, select the 3-foot rail, connect it, and what you want to make sure is that press F for the circle mode while the grid is set to 50. Then what you're going to do is go to 5 as soon as it hits 5, and then you go back by 1 where it says 4. From there you then get the switch, and then you connect it. Then what we're going to do is put down the rail again, make sure it's in the circle mode, unticked, and connect it. Now we're going to make our X junction. So what we're going to do is go into the construction menu and select our 3-foot rail. We're going to make sure it's in circle mode is ticked, and the grid is set to 10. We're going to snap it, and we're going to line it up to the end of the switch. Then on the other side, we'll do the same thing. Once that's done, we're going to add more segments onto the track, and we'll just line it up. And then we'll do the same thing for this side. Now what we're going to do is we're going to delete the first segments, is next to the switches. Then we're going to get the switches in the construction menu and place them down. And now all we have to do is connect the track parts that are missing. And once we get a link, we untick circle mode. And then you just should see the link. Then you click on it. Do the same for the outer sides. So now I'm going to show you how to do 3 wide track. This will allow you to have levers on the inside for the switches, where the other version you won't be able to. So with this one, we're just going to do our switches, which are going to be on the right hand side. We're going to put just 2 of them down, sorry. Then what we're going to do is put down our 3-foot rail, make sure it's set to 50 with circle mode ticked. We just bring it out there. From there, we are going to delete the 2 switches, go back into our construction menu and go 3-foot rail. And we're going to connect it. We're going to make sure that our grid is set to 50, while we try to get this to go as far back as possible, because this does matter where you actually started from. So now we're going to go to 5, bring it back by 1. Then we're going to get our switch, place it down. Now we can set our track in the middle, press F, bring it out of circle mode, put it into circle mode, and we click it. And then we do the same thing for the X junction. We will basically put this all the way down here. We line it up with the switch, put another another segment. And we do the other side. Now what we do is we delete the middle parts next to the switches. And now we put the switches down. And now all we have to do is make sure that circle mode is unticked, put it to its relevant facing so we can snap it, and that's all we have to do. I do like this method of the track because it's more spacey and you don't get graphic tears like the other version. There you go. So for the sidings, you can basically do the same thing. You basically just put down a switch here. You put down a switch here. You bring it out. And you just delete the 2 switches and you just connect the track. And there you have it. We have done double track, siding, switch crossover, and an X junction. Alrighty, my fellow engineers and conductors, I hope you liked this little tutorial. Please bear in mind that this can change. I'm just doing this video for people that are using the beta build and need help with the track. So until then, my name is Mr. T-Rex. If you want to see more Railroads Online videos, hit that like button and subscribe, and I will see you all later.